has not done enough to say that this is not going to work. Now, Russell Westbrook is a future Hall of Famer. There are different ways that he can be used. So, Shannon, are you okay with LeBron's Lakers going forward with Russ?
Well, the Lakers really don't have a choice, Skip. Once the trade deadline passed and Russ was still on their roster, what else could there do? He's not accepting pennies on the dollar. He's not going to let you buy him out for 80, 85% of the money that he's owed. So that wasn't going to happen. Now the better question is, okay, are they going to, not ready to pull the ripcord this summer? I believe that's when they have the better option of getting off Russ. I just think a better question, Skip, do you believe the Lakers, LeBron Lakers, will send Russ, make Russ come off the bench? Which I do not believe, because then I think Russ I'm not, bro. This is not me. I'm not doing that.
Agreed.
He had a problem. He let you get away with it one time, Skip. Remember they benched him for the fourth quarter? And he's like, hey, we won. But the next time he came around, he was tapping AD and Brown on the head. I'm sorry, I can't be out there with you. Frank made a decision. You see it started to spill over.
And then the next game, he was mysteriously hurt.
His back tightened up. Back tightened up,
Okay, go ahead.
So that's the thing, Skip. But you know what? I was thinking about this all last night, Skip. The problem is that Russ has not played well, and it's allowed us to fixate on Russ. But the guy that's been worse than Russ, you know who it is. You know who it is.
The quote-unquote GOAT has a new scapegoat.
You will not find one Laker fan, you will not find one basketball analyst that said Anthony Davis. You said Anthony Davis was a top 5 talent, top 10 talent.
Coming into the year, he was surely ranked that way.
Has he played to the level of the talent would suggest?
I don't think he's been Russ bad, but I think he's been not AD good.
But Skip, and the thing is, AD needs to be on a nightly basis. He needs to be first or second best player. There have been nights that he's been third or fourth best player. That's not good enough. But back to our originally scheduled programming, they're stuck with Russ. And that's what happens when you get a guy that only you, a championship contending team, which the Lakers believe they were. When you're the only one that wants a guy, it better work. Because nobody else that's in contending position is going to take him up off you if he doesn't work for you. Because they're like, well, hell, he ain't working for you. How the hell you think he's going to work with us? He can't work with LeBron, a pass-first guy? Nah, AD goes out, so that's your opportunity. Okay, now it's you. He's been in this role a lot, Skip. He and KD, 1-2. He and James Harden, 1-2. He and Bradley Beal, 1-2. So now AD's out, you and Bron, 1-2. And it hasn't worked. It's not going to work. I didn't think it was going to work in the beginning. I said if it were to work, the only reason that it would was because of LeBron. Well, foolish of me, I was like, well, hell, KD couldn't make it work in a year, and KD was in his early 20s. How the hell LeBron gonna make it work in his mid-30s? No, you're stuck. It ain't no pull the ripcord or Band-Aid or whatever terminology they want to use, Skip. When you get a guy like Russell Westbrook, it better work, because guess what? You're not going to be able to get off him during the season. So they're stuck with him. They have no out. They have no other options. This is the rock. Hell, they don't got anybody wants. Oh, what? Who? You going to trade Stanley Johnson? You going to trade Avery Bradley? DJ? Trevor Ariza? Who? Other than the big two, who else or someone? Skip, they couldn't even trade Tucker. They was going to trade Tucker and a first-round pick. A team was like, nah, we good. So you got two guys, and you want to keep both of them. So you stuck not only with Russ, with the rest of this entire roster, unless you buy Kent Bazemore, you buy DJ. But you stuck with this. You stuck.
By the way, quick point of order, ESPN did report that at the trade deadline, they had a deal that was done for Christian Wood to come to the Lakers from Houston.
Yeah, they want to dump more salary. Lakers said, nah.
They did not want, according to the ESPN report,
more
they
salary.
didn't want to go over the luxury tax.
No.
Really? Wait a second. The Bus family?
No.
Led by now Jeannie Bus?
No.
The daughter of Dr. Bus didn't want to go over the luxury tax?
We'll go. The Lakers will go over the luxury tax for Dame Lillard. They'll go over the luxury tax for Jason Tatum or Jaylen Brown. They ain't going no damn luxury tax for no Christian Wood.
Well, if it would help, why not go?
Well, hell, he should help Houston.
Are you pinching pennies now
No.
in La La Land?
Well, he hadn't helped
I
Houston.
thought it was Hollywood.
Skip.
I thought it was the plunging Rams. They'll do anything.
No.
It's
They did.
the all-out Lakers and the all-in Rams. I see.
But here's the thing, Skip. The Lakers, the Rams aren't plunging for just backup guys. They plunged for Von Miller, second and third. Von Miller was a Super Bowl MVP. They plunged for Odell,
Yep.
who was a Rookie of the Year, who was a 3-time Pro Bowl.
I do think Christian Wood's pretty good, but he's not one of those.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not a life changer.
Is he worth going into luxury tax for?
Yes.
Yeah,
If it would help you a little bit, if it would make you 2% better at the trade deadline, I'm going over the luxury tax. Because what does the Bus family really care about the luxury tax?
Okay, Skip.
Seriously.
You know what, Skip? That'll move us up from 9th to 8th. Oh, you're still in the play-in. And you're in the luxury tax in the play-in.
Well,
Stop
what if
it.
it moved you up to 6th, where you
not.
didn't have to fight with the play-in,
No.
right? Okay. I'm going to say this one last time to you, because you are hard-headed, so am I. But I'm going to try one last time to drive this through your hard head. John Wall was sitting there on the table, by all accounts, widely reported that Houston said, yes, we will do this. We will trade you problem for problem, except that John Wall would have been far less of a problem for the Lakers than Russ would have been.
How?
And yet you have to throw in a 2027 first-round pick. 2027?
Yes.
Last time I checked, we're in 22?
Yeah.
Wait, that's 5 years. Who cares about 5 years? You've already mortgaged the future. Who cares? Just do it, because it would give you a far better chance of being a contender in the West. I believe it would have clarified, it would have cleared the decks enough.
John Wall ain't making nobody no contender. Stop that.
Okay, I'm talking about addition by subtraction. I don't even care if John Wall plays. He's a clutch client, so maybe he just go along with whatever's supposed to be the mood of the team now. I'll just sit and watch. He can be an assistant coach for all I care. He can be a practice
So
player.
now he Jared Dudley. You think he gonna be Duds, huh?
It just doesn't matter, because John Wall doesn't have near the first ballot Hall of Fame ego that Russ does. You know it, and I know it, because John Wall's not considering himself a Hall of Fame player.
No, well,
right?
he's not. And nothing to
Okay,
consider.
well, there you go. So you'd have somebody who would be pliable, who would be coachable, who would be malleable, who would say, whatever you need, I'll do. If you want me to sit, I'll sit. If you want me to lead the shock troops coming off the bench, I'll do it, because he's a clutch client. And LeBron could reason with him, and Rich Paul could reason with him. And it would have been smooth sailing all the way home. And I still say there's enough talent on this team, they could make a little bit of a playoff run if you got Russ out from under. He is the biggest fly in the ointment, because he's about as giant a fly as you've ever had.
Right.
And the problem with Russ is he is so psychologically devastating to a basketball team now, because I've never seen a phenomenon like this, that he's clearly a slam dunk first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Just as a solo act stat machine.
Yeah.
4 out of the last 5 years, he averaged a triple-double. We thought 1 year was impossible,
Right.
Since the great
Oscar did
Big
it,
O,
61,
right?
62,
Yep.
yes.
And he did it 4 out of 5 years, and he's not that far off this year.
I don't think he can get it now, Skip.
He probably can't, but he's what?
With a 7?
18, 8, and 8. So
Okay.
it's okay. Everything's down across the board, and he has done some sacrificing. He's also a complete and utter disaster that is so hilarious to watch that you'd laugh if it weren't so sad for
Right.
your Lakers.
Yeah, because he's never been in a situation like this, Skip. You think about OKC, he was revered. You think about Houston, they applauded him. Washington, when you go here and they yell, no, don't shoot, boo, boo. Skip, he's never experienced anything like this. I don't know if any great player of his caliber has gone through what he's gone through this year.
Okay. So in honor of that, today, just to drive home this point,
Man, you're terrible, Skip.
Our all-pro staff here at Undisputed has labored all night long to put together a montage
Some of his best work.
Of the worst
His worst works.
Russell Westbrook blooper reels that date back over actually the last couple of months. And it's a sight for very sore eyes. If we could see it, please.
Oh, you put it in the music. Oh, I can't believe you put it in the music.
Watch it. Rise.